In life is all about control, right? Controlling our health, controlling our lives, and for some narcissistic people, controlling other people, okay? And one of the ways that you know that you don't have control over your situation is how intensely you want control and how frustrated you are at your attempt to control it. Because when somebody actually likes us, and this is something that I've noticed in my life, when somebody is genuinely into us, the desire for control over how they feel about us is not high. Why? Because we know they like us, And this is a thing that people just don't want to do, and that's letting people who actually like us come to us. It doesn't mean that we're hermits, that we are in a cave, right? And we don't talk to people. We're just a bunch of terminators. No, we put ourselves in a position where we meet people, but you gotta let them come to you. Almost all the time, when you let the other person do most of the work, especially when they're proving themselves to you, you have to let them come to you. For example, when I meet women, well, let's just say I'm strolling down the street and I meet a cute person, right? Cute girl, right? She gives me her number and she looks excited. If I initiate contact, don't get me wrong, it's fine, right? I add her on Instagram, for example, and she adds me back. When I initiate contact, by just me initiating contact, it's going to be a little bit harder to tell if she likes me. I'm telling you, it's going to be more frustrating. Because I'm already, by me initiating something, initiating the conversation, the going out, you sort of let her off the hook. Because I am telling you, this is something that has always been consistent in my life. This has never failed me. Every time this happens, every time I give my number out to a girl and she likes me, she always ends up contacting me all the time. Not one time has a girl that didn't like me and that we didn't end up like hooking up towards the end of that like relationship. Not one time they didn't like me and they initiated contact. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it was. They always, if I gave her enough time to if I waited long enough, they always hit me up. Always. And in those relationships and those interactions were less stressful. Those interactions were more pleasurable. Those interactions took less energy out of me. But when I initiate contact and they respond, you don't really know if they really like you. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta let them choose you. How do you do that? All you do is put yourself in a position where they can see you, in a position of leadership. If you're a guy, for example, or just in the person's proximity so they can see you. And if they like you, they're gonna choose you. They're gonna go up to you or find a way to get your contact. And when they get your contact, you don't even need to do anything. They will do something. They're gonna wait for you to do something. They're gonna wait. For example, an example would be if I get a girl's number, she posts a story, I like her photo. I like her Instagram stories and her photos, right? If she really likes me, if she genuinely likes me, she's gonna wait a little bit, but her impatience, how much she likes me will create emotions in her that's gonna create so much tension that the only way to let go of the tension is to hit me up. And this always happens. And you want to know why I do that, people? Because one, I don't want to bother her if she really didn't like me. That's one thing. And two, I want to make sure she likes me. The problem is that when somebody doesn't like us, we sort of catch on to it. And because of that, we get insecure and we start over pursuing them. And this pushes them away. And also, it creates more confusion in our minds because we don't know whether or not they're responding to our message or whether or not they're responding because they really like us. So in order to really find out why they're contacting you, you have to just let them contact you, because there's no other reason why they're contacting you other than they like you. They might be responding. They might be contacting you because they're responding to you, sure, but remove the noise and let them initiate it, and it just gets so much easier. nothing is more stressful than doing all the work in the hopes that they like us back. We have this belief that we think that if we actually work hard enough, they're actually going to like us. No, people choose you before they even take your number. They choose you. They tell you. They in their minds, they say, I want that dick. Right? If you're a guy, right? I want that. I want that guy. But what tends to happen is that we don't wait long enough. What tends to happen is that we're too impatient. We try to force things to happen. No. Every time a woman wanted a relationship with me, she made it obvious. I'm telling you, this whole thing that this girl likes me a lot, but she's mysterious, is a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. This guy likes me, but he's being mysterious. Guys are not patient. When a guy, let me tell you, lady, it takes a video like this for me to tell guys, don't initiate contact with her. If she really likes you, she will. It takes dudes watching this video 10 times to actually listen to what I'm saying, because guys will break the rules that I teach 9 times out of 10, almost all the time. And you know, and it's funny because look, we all meet people who are not as attractive as we are that want our numbers. It happens, right? And what do the people that we don't like always do? They always initiate contact. They always, if you don't ask them out, they always say, hey, when are we going to hang out? All the time. What makes you think that this is not an exception to the rules with people who you find as more attractive than you? This is what they're going to do. They're always going to initiate. They're always going to make the effort. The reason why I'm telling you is this strategy saves you so much mental energy. When I meet someone and I get their number, I just get their Instagram, add them. If they post something, I'll like the photo. If they post a story, I'll like the story. I'll let her know that I am there. And almost all the time, and this is the truth, a lot of the time they never initiate contact because a lot of the times people just liked you in the moment. That's just how that works. You know, we should not take these things personal. And whenever you go out of your way to make something happen because maybe they're waiting for you, you think they're waiting for you. When those things don't work, they end up they over time they make you jaded. And it's not about taking risk. We're not talking about that. We're talking about stop forcing things to happen. Learn to read people. If the person is not initiating contact, if you notice the person doesn't even look at your stories, if you notice the person doesn't talk about having a relationship with you, if you notice a person doesn't talk about marriage, there's a reason why they don't talk about it. For me, anytime a woman wanted a relationship, she'll bring up those things. She'll talk about it. I never have to bring it up. So how do you let them choose you? You just do nothing. You just say yeah. You're receptive to them. Right? You're friendly, but let them initiate from the start, man. I'm telling you, man. I am telling you. And if you're like, well, what if they don't initiate? Okay, then just like a photo, like a few photos. And the reason why that works is because you liking photos, you're signaling to them that you're into them. But you not messaging them causes a mixed signal. And when people receive mixed signals, people never just stay there. And let the mixed signals be there. If they don't care about you, they don't give a fuck about your mixed signals, and they're never gonna initiate contact. They're never gonna make the move. But if they like you, those mixed signals is gonna cause them to take action so that they can find out what's really in your mind, which means they're gonna initiate contact. They're gonna ask you out. They're gonna make the move. That's just how that works. And in my experience, the women, because people are watching this and say, oh, well, you say that to guys. Listen to me, people. And guys might say, you say that to the girls. Listen to me. Most people don't do what I say in these videos. I am telling you, a woman who watches my video, if she likes you, if she really likes you, she's going to break my rules just for this one time. I'm telling you, that's just how that works. Just how that works. You want people to break their own rules for your sake. You want people to go out to do things they usually don't do just for you. because it shows you they like you. There is nothing that hurts you more than putting effort onto someone who you like and them not giving and them not reciprocating. It hurts, man. I'm telling you, it hurts. And that could and that your reaction to those disappointments creates little needy habits in you that over time hardens, and over time those little needy habits add up to an overall needy, creepy freaking energy about you. You learn to keep your energy clean by letting them come to you. If you take their number, tell them hit me up, or better yet, always say I prefer Instagram, or better yet, just give them your number, and if they like you, I'm telling you, the compulsion. This is like crack, people. This is like crack. If they like you, they will go out of their way to initiate contact. Now, if you're saying, but I don't want to wait. What if she never hits me up, or what if he never hits me up? Well, look, how about this? Give it a 2 week. Hit them up after 2 weeks. What I'm trying to tell you is give them space to chase. And the fact that you took so long to initiate contact, one, if you do take a long time to initiate the contact, just always apologize. That's the most important thing. Always apologize for taking so long, okay? So that they don't get resentful and do the same thing to you and mirror you. Always apologize. And then once you apologize, then just have a normal conversation and see what happens. But if it takes that long, I would tell you lower your hope. Keep your hopes as low as possible, because this person, usually people are not that patient. When they like you, they're impatient, and the fact that you're making them initiate contact, in their minds they're already chasing. In their minds they already see you as the prize, simply because you're forcing them to chase. Me personally, listen, man. If I go up to you and get your number, and you're waiting for me to initiate contact because to see whether or not if I like you, if me going up to you and getting your number is not enough to tell you that I like you, then I don't know what to tell you, girl. I don't know what to tell you. You want me to do a backflip too? You want me to do a cartwheel? You want me to do a spinning Rooney as well? No, like this is not circus. I do my part and you do your part. And you just have to trust that people have strong emotions that they can't control when they like you. Stop thinking that they've transcended human nature. Stop thinking that they're the paragons of virtue, that they're too busy for you. People are not that busy. Okay? People are, and if they choose you when they're going out of the way, when they're busy, when they're free for you, when they're initiating the contact, when they're responding fast, when they're enthusiastic, when they don't cancel. The problem is that nowadays dating is a little bit more fickle, man. I'm telling you, man. Dating is different. Studies show that people are having less sex than before. Now, people say, but people are liberated. People are having sex with a bunch of people. Yes, they are. They're having sex with a lot of people, but 1 or 2 times. People in relationships have more sex, but with the same person. People who are single nowadays, a lot of them have less sex, but with more people. And that's the culture that we're in, especially if you're online. That's why online, you cannot take these things personal online. Let them come to you. These people online will flake on you at almost every step. You get their number, you match with them, they might just flake that way. You initiate contact, they might never respond. They respond one time, but then they may not respond the next time. You take their number, and they send you their number, you message them, they may never respond. Even if they do respond, you make the date, they may not go to the date. And even if they do go to the date, they may not look at their photo. And even if they do go to the date, you may not see them again. You have to online people and people who you meet in social situations where you don't know people. You know what I'm saying? Those are very fickle, and a lot of people take a lot of contextual friction, meaning like friction, what's between you and what you want. People take those contextual friction because online does create a lot of friction personal. It's like, no, this is just the world that we live in. Don't take it personal. Just stop putting so much effort. Be receptive. Be open, but stop trying to make things happen when they're not making the same amount of effort. You gotta let them prove themselves to you. That's how you know you're of high prize. When somebody doesn't put a lot of effort to you, you don't take it personal. You just stop putting effort, and you don't think about that no more. Honest to God, this is something that I do, that I've started doing many years ago, and it's worked wonders on me. And sometimes I do break the rule to see whether or not I'm wrong, you know. And I hate to say this, but fuck me. So many times I said, you know what, man, that dude, Father Alex, he's right. Like my alter ego. Like I even said that a few times. I'm like, you know what, man, the shit that I say on YouTube, even it catches me by surprise. You know, because I remember one time, I told you the story about that when I said this, when I went to a poetry slam, and I said about and I told them my story about getting mugged, and it was such a good story that I got laid from it. Like, I'm not lying, people. It was such a good story that I ended up getting a girlfriend for that time. It was like we went out for like 5 months. Like I said the story, and I was so confident that this girl liked me. I gave her my number, and before I even got home, she initiated contact. Right, there were a few times when I knew that they liked me, that they always initiated, and then they always asked you out. And with guys is even worse. With guys, as soon as you get their number, they're gonna text you and they're gonna ask you out. You know. And so this whole thing of like, oh my God, maybe they forgot to ask me out, or oh my God, why haven't they hit me up, or why are they taking so long to respond to me? It's because maybe they just don't like you that much, and they're not gonna tell you. Let's save ourselves the effort and the heartache. Let's go after the easy victories. Not the people, not lowering your standards, but go after people who are showing you they want you. I could promise you, dating gets so much easier when you do that. So much easier. If you only go for those who show you through their actions in the beginning that they like you, and they're putting in the effort, it's just your self-esteem just gets better. Your dating life gets more peaceful. All right? Okay. Anyways, man, always remember, let them choose you. And you know they're choosing you because they're initiating the contact. They're making the effort. Now, for guys, I'll say this. For guys, if you're a guy, I would wait a few days to initiate the contact, just to give her a chance to make the move. But if you're a girl, I would wait like 2 weeks, you know. But for guys, give her space to chase. For example, even with kissing, honest to God, even with kissing, like when I'm going out, when I'm hanging out with my girl, I don't really initiate that much contact, physical contact. I let her initiate the physical contact. Like I let her do the work, and I reciprocate. When she does that, then I'm more physical, then I'm more lovey. But I'm rewarding the chasing. I'm rewarding chasing. I'm rewarding initiating contact. You know, and this strategy that I just told you works with everyone. There's one girl that I dated. There will be from a few days where she would just sit on the other side of the sofa. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it would get in my head. And I remember because she would be so physically distant, it made me want to initiate. I would go up to her. I would hold her hand. I would kiss her. But it was because her physical coldness made me more physically warm. So this works with everything. Let them choose you by letting them show you through their actions. And if they're not showing it, they're not retarded. They're not dumb. They just don't want to do it. And this makes your life so much better. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one to get dating advice, click on the description down below. Become Patreon supporters to get videos I only post on Patreon that I don't post here. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I can tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing, where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at 238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.